Welcome back to Otaku's Pitch, and today we'll be going through Jujutsu Kaisen and why it is by far one of the best shonen anime to take the mantle from the likes of One Piece, Naruto, or Bleach. And the best part is, it does it in its own unique way. Well, kinda. But you know what Jujutsu Kaisen has that no one else does? The man, the myth, Panda. No. It's GOJO. I'm here to tell you that GOJO might be the single most intriguing phenomena in anime this decade. And no, it's not for the reason you're thinking. So stick around to the end for more on that. In the meantime, join me as I take you through why Jujutsu Kaisen feels so unique in 3 sections. The power system, the character introduction, and of course, Mr. Blue Eyes himself. I have seen my fair share of wacky power systems in anime, from One Piece's well-rounded Haki system to Dragon Ball's widely inconsistent ki energy and the godlike Nen abilities in Hunter x Hunter. And Jujutsu Kaisen is one which falls just below that god scale for me. So let me take you through it. Jujutsu Kaisen has this thing called curse energy, which is a powerful force born from our darkest emotions. It's the very energy which fuels the world of Jujutsu Kaisen. So what do the sorcerers do? They essentially wield that curse energies like professionals. While non-sorcerers might be leaking out negative energy, sorcerers can actually harness that energy and unleash incredible powers. And here's the kicker, they don't just stop at controlling it, they can channel it through other means such as objects, tools, or even sometimes their own unique techniques. Next up, we've got an even bigger game changer, the reverse curse technique. It's like taking 2 negatives and making a positive, simple maths. And it opens the door to endless possibilities for the sorcerers. Healing powers? Check. Power boost? We've got you covered. You name it, they can do it. But wait, there's even more. Heavenly restrictions. These are unique bindings that affect a sorcerer's curse energy flow in exchange for some epic improvements or limitations. And this right here is the biggest attraction to me in Jujutsu Kaisen's power mechanic, because it has a simple element that Goku's Kaioken or Luffy's Gear 3rd had. It is a give and a take system, which always makes the battles 10 times more exciting for me, as I know that the focus character is forced to use strategies that work around the limitations that the power boost gives. So the bottom line is that the world of curse energy in Jujutsu Kaisen is as intricate as it gets, fueling the intense battles and unique abilities we see. So the next time you're watching, keep an eye out for these juicy details that make this power system a real showstopper. Now, there are a whole heap of introductions in Jujutsu Kaisen that are beyond amazing. I mean, who can forget Nanami, the god himself? However, to keep it on a level here, I think that the first character introduction is actually the best one. So let's kick things off with our central character, Yuji Itadori. Central. At first, the idea of consuming Sukuna's finger repulsed him, but when his friends were in grave danger, he made the heart-wrenching choice to swallow the cursed object. There was no guarantee that his power would work. For all Yuji knew, he could have died there and then. This decision not only showcases Yuji's unwavering determination to save those that he cares about, but also serves as the spark that ignites the entire plot. It's a move that set everything in motion and is a testament to Yuji's courage. When a character is introduced, for me, there are 3 things that matter the most. The first few actions they take, the messages they convey from their dialogues, and lastly, when the first 2 points combine and showcase their character identity. For me, a perfect example of this is Monkey D. Luffy, where his actions on Alvida's ship, his proclamation to be the Pirate King, and his conversation with Kobe completely showcases to us what Luffy's character identity really is. Jujutsu Kaisen nails this intro sequence as well, for both our main protagonists, Yuji and Fushiguro. Now, the man you are all here for.
GOJO Satoru.
This character, I feel, while not original, is one of the most intriguing anime characters I've seen in a long time. Why? Simple. He has every quality that past mentor characters have had in one single package. And somehow, the mishmash of all these personality traits together creates this compelling, funny, and relatable man who, while having the weight of the world on him, feels so simple and at ease. Gege clearly takes inspiration from a lot of previous anime, but what stands out in his writing for GOJO is actually the fact that you can't predict what he will do. One moment he's as cool as Rayleigh, the next he's goofing around like Roshi, and then he's pulling some epic foresight like Jiraiya. And that character trait, I think, is the real reason why he is so beloved by almost every anime fan. Of course, his overpowered nature and his dashing looks do come into play as well, but I think that is a byproduct, not a crux of what makes him so compelling. Take episode 9 of season 2. The episode begins with a simple question: what is GOJO Satoru to you? And the replies of the main cast reinforce this exact sentiment I just conveyed to you. From Yuji's lovable shout of "Sensei" with the biggest smile ever, to Maki and her team shouting "Baka," but each character is shown ending with a nod to the sheer prowess this man truly has. Not as an OP character, not as a handsome man, but as a person, as a friend, and as a teacher. This is, however, where I feel the comparisons to the greats come to an end. While the cursed energy power system is complex and has great utilities, I feel it kind of shoots itself in the foot regarding the fact that not all the unique domain expansions and techniques are explained or shown well enough. And when they are, it does feel like a lot of expositional dumping. Now, I do know that in the Jujutsu Kaisen world, this exposition is actually creating a boost for the character who has set the right conditions for it. However, that isn't always the case, and it does feel like the pacing of the anime hinders because of it. Now, before you kill me, here's an example. In JoJo's, there's much more expositional elements to their fighting system, but that goes in tandem with the overall theme the anime is trying to convey. And Jujutsu Kaisen, while having its humorous elements, has nowhere near the themes and messaging where an expositional dump is justified for almost every battle of the series. Next is the characters themselves compared to GOJO. Where I feel that GOJO received the highest quality of Gege's writing, I have to say the same cannot be said about the rest of the cast, at least in the first season. Now, I realize that the plot points and characters grow as the story progresses, and not everything is supposed to be shown immediately, but I do feel Gege keeps his cards too close to his chest. A good example of this is Chainsaw Man, where I feel that the action, the plot, and the comedy go so hand in hand that you get real moments into Denji, Power, and Aki's life. From their wacky moments to some real hard-hitting dialogue between them. And all that happens in just the first part of the season, which makes what happens to them at the end ever more devastating. Now, I do acknowledge that these elements in Jujutsu Kaisen are further explained down the road, but that still doesn't justify to me on keeping such loose character dynamics in the first season of the show. And it's not like Gege is incapable of that. Heck, Gojo and Geto being written with all this mystery to showing their backstory and then having that brief smile while in their final moments together is a perfect way to foreshadow, transpire, and execute those exact character-rich moments I am talking about. In conclusion, Jujutsu Kaisen is an anime which is way different from its current shonen counterparts. In the fact that it has a real sense of danger in its world, it feels way more adult than other shonen, and it provides a roster of characters that only a few series in the world can manage to juggle around. However, I feel it does not touch the heights of the greats just yet, due to the limitations of its own battle system and the protagonists not being able to breathe as characters, instead hopping around from one major plot line to the next. Friends, if you stuck around till the end, I want to thank you with all my heart. Honestly, it means the world to me. These opinion pieces are the secondary form of content I want to do apart from my anime deep dives and narrative analysis. And honestly, please do subscribe for more of this, or if you like the Roshi video more. If you have any critiques or if you have any opinions that you want me to do, I will be sure to do it and interact with you in the comments below. So please leave your comments so I can know what you want. And I am really eternally grateful if you've stuck around till the end. Thank you and peace.